A typical Dutch 1960s apartment building. In a typical 1960s residential street, it is wide, has a center line, and the maximum speed for motor traffic is 50 km per hour. But the carriageway was cut in half, and the speed is now 30 km per hour. Many streets in this neighborhood were narrowed recently, and the speeds were lowered. So what is the story here? These streets can be found in the north part of Utrecht in the Netherlands, in an area of the city that was designed in the 1960s as a large expansion. If we zoom in on the northwest quadrant, we see that the area has very clear borders, formed by the wide 1960s arterial roads and the canal. There are relatively many neighborhood access roads, and all the streets were designed for a speed of 50 km per hour. To increase livability and safety, the city wanted to modernize the area by changing the flow of traffic, by blocking some strategic streets and by reducing the speed to 30 km per hour in many others. The number of neighborhood access roads was dramatically reduced. This is now the only through route with a speed of 50 km per hour. All the other residential streets have now become 30 km per hour zones. But how do you change a former main street into a small residential street? Just putting up a sign informing the speed is lowered would be a useless thing to do. If the streets look like through streets, they will be used as if they are just that. So a more drastic redesign was needed. One half of the asphalt was removed completely. The remaining carriageway is now exactly half the width it was before. Another look from a different angle. This is the original width of the street. The design is inviting to drive at higher speeds. But in the new situation, motor speeds are so low that motor traffic and cyclists almost go equally fast. This little girl on her bicycle takes all the space she needs. Motor traffic has to negotiate who goes first in the remaining space. Speed bumps are friendly to cyclists, but not to motor traffic. And these speed bumps double as pedestrian crossing. The space taken from the carriageway has been used for new trees and green plants. If you look carefully, you can still see where the former center line was scraped off the asphalt. Now the street is only half as wide, the original shark teeth are in the wrong place. But they had to be removed anyway. In a 30 km per hour zone, there are no main streets with priority over side streets. On all junctions, traffic from the right has the right of way. So all the old indications of priority were removed. Traffic now has to be careful and negotiate the right of way at every crossing. This is one of the streets before it was blocked. Now the entrance was closed to motor traffic. All these measurements were taken to concentrate motor traffic where it is wanted and to keep it out of the residential streets. That became calm and quiet. The transformation sends out a very clear message. The wide 1960s look is now completely gone. The 21st century residential street is not for fast motor traffic, but much more for people who after all live there. The area is now up to the latest traffic design standards and probably fit for the next 50 years.